Hey creator friends, welcome to my channel. And today is Sunday, and Sunday always means it's a review day. If I have a video on a Sunday, it's probably going to be a product review. But I am so excited because this one is going to be so much fun. So I can't wait. I got an email and they said, hey, we have these adorable little crafty kits, and would you be interested in trying one? I said, sure. And the one they showed me is this one. Now, I've done crochet, I knit, I do all the things, but I have never done felting, needle felting. Like, my only exposure to needle felting is, well, zero for needle felting, but for felting, I did make this little mouse one time. It's crocheted, and it's made with 100% wool, and it was like big, like that big when it was done, and then what you do is you put it in hot water, and then cold water and soap, and you just keep working it, and it shrinks. I did have another experience with felting, and that was with my mother's beautiful red sweater, 100% wool that she bought when she was in Scotland. And I thought, I'm going to throw this in the wash. Yeah, well, it ended up, it shrunk down like toddler size. So I learned about felting that way. And then when I grew up, I made this. But this is super cute. And I used to have this sitting on by my computer at work. It's cute. And I also had little holiday hats, like I had knit a little Santa Claus hat and different hats. So he was like my little seasonal mouse. But needle felting is a whole different deal. And this kit, this is from Yizzvb. That's not a word that I would even be able to say, but it's Yizzvb. So I will put a link to this product down in the description box, and that's to my Amazon store. And this is a disclaimer: if you purchase something there, I am an Amazon affiliate, so I get something from that. But this, even if I didn't, I still would want to tell you guys. I am so excited. So I got this and I took it out of the box. I haven't opened it yet, but one of the things I thought was super cool is if this whole craft thing to make all of these can be in this one little box, what a perfect thing for travel. So hang on, I'm going to tilt you down and we'll go through it. All right, here's the box. And so inside is going to, my friend Peggy told me, she knows about needle felting, and she said just watch your fingers. She doesn't know anybody that needle felts that doesn't poke their fingers. So I'm prepared. I'm mentally and emotionally prepared for my fingers. But I just think this is so cute. So everything is in here. It says it's a complete kit for 9 succulent potted little plants. See them? Aren't they cute? Soft wool, safe and clean, contains instructions and online videos, and I've already watched the online video. It's easy to follow, suitable for all experience levels, and perfect for family fun. So there's the box. Let's open it up. Looky, look. Okay. Oh, these are all the little felt. So that's all these little little felty felts. All of those are there. So these can all go right back in this box if I wanted to tote it somewhere. I am a girl who takes a craft. If I'm traveling, I take something. And then here is the bigger ones, and clearly those are going to be for the pots and the things, you know. And then, oh, here is, this is the wool, like felting. It's not a sponge, it's wool, and you put that on there and you poke them. Here is the needles. Let me open this up. And I'm going to show my friend Peggy. They give you finger covers. Look at this, little leather finger covers that you slide on your fingers. So when you're poking, if you happen to poke your finger, you don't get it. And then the handles. These are the handles that will go with these needles. Now, needle felting needles are, the felting that I did on this is hot water, like you would wool. Like it's hot water and soap, and you get it hot and everything. Needle felting are literally needles. And then you kind of put your felt there and poke them, and you make all these different shapes. It's super cute. So I'll show you these. Ooh, they give you a bunch of them. And I looked at their website. You can order just a whole set of needles if you want. And if you feel, you can't see this, but if you feel like if you run your fingers along there, there's little barbs on there, and that's what catches the wool and kind of knots it up together. So there's a bunch of these. I'm excited about that. And then the instructions. Oh, this is actually a really nice little book. It's not very flimsy. It's heavy duty kind of, and it's even got like a coating on it. So pretty nice. So now there's going to be an instructional video here on how, oh, looky, look. There's an instructional video to make this. Oh, look, it says hi. And then each step, it tells you how to do it. I am excited. And then this one says hello, and there's an instructional video. I am so thrilled. This one's called Lovely Rose. This one is called The Prickly Pear, and then Lovely Rose, and there's the instructional videos. I'm super excited about that part, that it has the videos that I can watch. This one is The Bunny Succulents. Oh, look at, they're so cute. And then, see, it shows you, you're going to get your wad of wool, and then you kind of poke it, and you're going to shape it. Oh, so cute. And this is a 1-to-1, so this is how big it's going to be. It's going to be about probably 3 inches tall. And then what's the next one? There's 9. So this one is the cactus ball. That one's cute. I like it. See that? And then what's the next one? Let's just see what they got. I don't even know. This one says You're Amazing, and it's the Sedum Versa Dense. So there's says You're Amazing. Oh, so cute. And then I can't pick it. This is the red mushrooms. See there? And I like the way when it's done, it shows you the size. It's going to be 1-to-1. That's how big it's going to be. So if you're making these, and this one says Woo, and it's the round Buddha beads. And so you start with the pot every time. Those are going to be cool. And that's what it looks like, 1-to-1. So cute. I am really excited about this. And it's going to make all of these little succulents. See there? So that is going to be fun. Okay, see that? I'm so excited about this. So here's my thoughts. I'm really excited. I get so excited about things. But I am going to check this out. It's got a little measuring thing on the back of the book. This is really nice quality. And so here's the thing too. They also have ones that are like a crochet kit that crochets little animals or something. So I'm going to do this. And then I might ask them if they want me to do one of those little kits too, because they're super cute and super fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the instructional video on here. And then I thought I will make one, and I will just do like little video snippets of maybe like high speed of me doing it in the steps, and just so that you can see from when I open the box and then I actually finish one. So that'll be cool. And then if they turn out really cool, maybe we could do like a needle felt along together, like if you guys got that or something. I don't know. I just think I'm super excited about it. And it comes in this great little box, easy to carry around. 9 makes 9 plants and everything that's included in the box. So this is cool because if you've never, one of the things I love about these kind of things is if I've never tried it, and I'm one of those girls that if I get into something, I'm like jump in with all fours. So if I think I want to make something, then I start doing research, and then I know I buy this, and then I buy that, and then buy this. And before you know it, I have so much for a project or a craft experience that I have never had, that maybe if I don't like it, then I bought all this extra stuff. But by having everything in a kit, I am going to get a feel for this and be creative and hopefully successful. And then I'll know that this is something I want to do, or if I just want to keep getting these cute little kits. But anyway, there it is. I'm going to get the instructions viewed and maybe set some stuff up and show you guys the process. Okay, I got my old phone and I scanned the QR code. So I have this setting on this little stand next here so I can do it. And it's kind of, she just kind of walks you through it a little bit. See there? Okay, so it's going to tell me. And then on the instructions, it gives you a little bit more detail. Like this one says to take the wool. It says an appropriate amount, but I looked at her video and it's kind of like maybe a meatball size. And then you use the 38 gauge needle. And if I look on the needles, on the back of them, it tells you 38 gauge and 40 gauge because you need to know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow a few steps and then I'll bring you down and let you see maybe a little high speed of me doing this. Okay, I'm watching this lady rapidly poking this little ball, but I wanted to show you the needles. So I got my little 38 gauge needle, and then in the way these come, there's like a little thing sticking out. You pull that out, and then I'm going to lay the needle over it like that and then stick it back in there. And now I have my little pokey ready. Okay, so I'm going to get my ball of yarn and I'm going to start poking. Okay, you guys can see, so it gets really, really hard. And there was a point there that I thought I just have too much. And I was able to kind of hold it up next to this to make sure that I'm working it down to the right size. And now I've got the round part of the pot. Now I want to kind of make a little flat top. So I'm just going to keep poking away. This has taken me, I'm going to say, maybe not 10 minutes, between 5 and 10 minutes to get it to this point. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and then I'll come back to you when I have this all just the shape I want. And so I'm kind of poking it and shaping it as I go. Okay, as I'm making this, I'm literally holding it up over the picture, and I think it's exactly the right size. So now what I need to do is start doing the flat part, and it tells me there, make a hemisphere as shown in the above picture, making a flower pot, and then deeply felting the top center of the flower pot with a needle to 40 gauge to make a round depression. So that's going to go here. And you could see when I was doing it, I felt like I had too much, so I pulled some away. But I feel like if I didn't have enough, I would just keep adding to it. So it's pretty easy. And now I'm going to set this needle up to be the 40 gauge. But how am I going to tell the difference? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is, instead of being a safety girl, which I usually am, but I'm not really worried that I'm going to get that poked, I'm going to put this over the one that's the 40 gauge. And then that way I will know this is my 40 gauge needle. Okay, so what I've done is I've kind of, you can see how I made the little ball, and then I kind of flattened out the top, and I'm just kind of going around in a ring from what I can see on the little video. I'm just going to keep going around in a ring, and I'm just going to keep doing this, and then I might take the other one just so that this gets real tight and smooth, because that's the way it looks there. So we'll see. I'll just keep working on it. See, up here, you can see the needle holes a lot more than down here where it's much more dense. So I'm just going to keep working on it. Keep shaping it, and you get these little bits that are sticking out, and you just poke them in and just keep going around, and eventually those little holes will go away, and the little loose, like, I don't know if you can see this little loose section right there. If I poke it in, it will stay in there. I can't really do it without setting it down on my little mat, but it's coming along. So I'm just going to keep poking at it, and then I'll show you when we're ready. Okay, I've got my shape. And now I've started to do the little indent right here. So I'm going to keep working on that with my size 40 needle. So I'm just going to keep going around. Now I've been doing this probably 30 minutes, 35 minutes is how long it's taken me to get to this point. And I did notice that the shape of the pot was like just cylindrical. It was just straight up and down, and I wanted to give it that curve. So I did put some more around the top and kind of work that in to kind of shape it kind of the way you would do like if you were making something with clay. So it's kind of neat that way. So, and I did poke myself once, so Peggy got me there. So I found that if I hold it on opposite sides, I'm not as likely to poke. So I'm just going to keep working, and I'm going to get that indent down to like it shows in this picture. All right, I've got my little pot made, a little indent. It's not probably as good as as it will be with some practice, but it's there. Now it tells me to take some dark brown wool and put it in here, and with the 40 needle to lightly poke it in there, and you can kind of pick it up and push it in there, because this is going to make the soil. Ooh, I bent my needle. I just broke a needle. That's a good thing for you to see, because that's why you get the extra needles, because the size 40 is pretty thin. But anyway, so that's the beautiful thing about having some of these extra needles, is because you see I just broke that one because I bent it. So you got to kind of be careful there. All right, I'm going to lay this over here, and then I'm going to stick it in there. And now it's best, I have discovered, to go straight up and down, because that's going to help. Okay, so I'm just going to poke this in a little bit for the soil, and then there we go. That looks good. Not as tight as the little pot, but it's in there. Okay, now it tells me to take a small amount of the dark brown wool, curl it into a long strip, which I've kind of done, and then lay it in the middle of the surface of the flower pot. And I'm going to use a size 40 needle to work that around. So this is what I'm going to just poke this on here, and I'll come back as soon as I have poked that on there. All right, I've got the little pot, and this, I went ahead and did these. This is just where you tear it off and pieces and make a little V shape. This was probably the hardest thing in my opinion. And then I've got the little green here. It says to put a little green there for the grass. Now we're going to start working on, and I got another bent needle. And this is, I tell you why. It's because I have a habit of wanting to pick it up and then tuck it in. And you can't do that. You need to lay it over there and go straight down. But I'm like a picker and a tucker, and that's what's been in my needle. So I've already got a needle broken and another one bent. But now it's to do the little bluish leaves. So I'm going to take a small amount of this and fold it. And then we're going to make like the 3 little leaves right there. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm watching a little video, and she has pulled off pieces of this and is shaping it kind of like a leaf, but that probably needs to be a little smaller. So then that looks good. It looks similar to what she's doing there. And now I'm going to start just poking this on its own. And then as I go and it kind of becomes more solid, I will shape it a little bit like that. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get the right shape. Okay, I've got all my little leaves, all my little parts done. These are the 3 big ones, and then there's 4 smaller ones. And I also took the like this blue and purple, and it tells you to mix it together and then to accent to the leaves, and then on the smaller ones to put that on there, and then to put the purple at the very end also. So I did that. I didn't do it as dark as it is on the book, on the instructional book, because I kind of like it this way. That's the cool thing about doing this. And I've been working on this about an hour and a half. So it's probably a 2-hour project, but that's cool. I think that's fine. Great on a rainy day, or great for something when you want to like maybe get a audio book and listen to it. So now what you're going to do is take the 3 main leaves, and we're going to attach the little leaves to it. So I have this one, and then you're just going to lay it over them, and then it's deep felted, they say. So you're going to, like, I'm going to put these 2 on this one, and then maybe those 2 and those 2. So see how they're going to look? Isn't that going to be cute? Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. This one, I'm going to lay it over the top of that one, and I'm going to use my little needle and start kind of pushing this in there, and it's going to attach it. See? Already starting to attach, but I'm going to do it so that it's really, really well attached. And I'm even going to go in to the end here. And I discovered on these leaves too, when I was trying to shape them, if I was getting it to the side, it was getting off. If I held it between my fingers like that and carefully went down here, see, I did get a poke there, but it will help shape them and make them thicker too. So I was able to shape them. So I'm going to go ahead and attach all of these, and then we'll be back. All right, I've got my pieces done, and I went ahead and followed the instructions after I added the color. And I made the little yellow flower. The hardest part of this, I think, are these tiny pieces. So I did a little yellow flower, and I fixed it to the top of the tallest little cactus part. And then the little blooms. And this one has a little stem on it. You can see that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them in the pot. And then I'm going to use my needle. And I'm going to felt those in. And I took this out of the handle because for this, I feel like if I brace my finger there, I have a little bit more control. So now what I'm going to do is just going to keep going like this until it's deep felted. They say in the book it's deep felting. So until that gets affixed in there. And then I'll do the other 2. And we'll come back and we'll have the cutest little cactus. Little felted cactus. So these are going to kind of go in there like that. So I'll come back as soon as I'm done. Okay, it's cute. Isn't it cute? It's all finished. I think it took about 2 hours to make, which the cool part about this is like there's no counting of stitches or any of that. So I could have left it and come back later, but it's super cute. My first one, and I don't think that's too bad for my very, very first attempt. And luckily, there are 9 in here, so I have 8 more opportunities to get better. So this is the super cute needle felting starter kit, and seriously, they have really, really good instructions. There is a video for every single one of these that you can look at, and it plays really nice classical music while she just tells you what to do and then does it to classical music, so it's very nice. This would be a cool thing if you got like an audiobook, book on tape that you want to listen to. But anyway, Yizzvb is the company, and I'll put a link in the description, and check it out. This is a lot of fun. So I hope you guys give it a shot. This is fun. They have all kinds of different ones. I love it. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.